Welcome back to the WDSU News Hot Seat. I'm Norman Robinson. How's this for a headline? New Orleans Recovery School District is #1 in the state when it comes to student improvement. You heard me correctly, #1 in the state when it comes to improvement. Again, I'm joined by RSD Superintendent John White, and again, thank you for being here. Before we went to break, you were talking about the Vote Tech schools that you're starting, and that ties in directly to a question from a viewer who says, if it's understood that keeping young people in school is a goal, why is there so little done to work with business and industry to expand vocational career education for New Orleans students who are not college bound?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this part of our state and you look at what the growth industries are and you talk to business, they talk about the healthcare industry. They talk about culinary and hospitality. They talk about wetlands restoration. They talk about architecture, construction, and engineering. So it's not only something that we owe to our children, but something that we owe to our city to have schools that train kids for career as well as for college. And I'm not talking about preparing kids just to go lay bricks. I'm talking about schools that prepare kids for a wide range of careers so that they can be leaders within their field at the same time as learn real hard skills and be ready for college. Kids should have a choice about what they do in life.
And is this going to be something that's available to kids in the 2012 school year? Or are we looking at something way down the line?
It will come in over time. We're going to be announcing later in the winter that we're going to have a set of schools across the city that are going to be career and college focused. And that comes on the heels of us announcing that we're going to be building all of these new school buildings. We can build them with the specific career focuses in mind. Build kitchens for culinary schools. Build construction labs and yards for construction and engineering schools. Build healthcare facilities around healthcare-focused schools. And that's an extremely exciting opportunity that really no city in the country other than New Orleans has, to reimagine our high schools so that we serve every single child's interests in a way that connects them not just to college but also to jobs.
Yeah, that's always baffled me because 25 years ago I had an industry leader tell me that he went to the Orleans Parish School Board 25 years ago and said, I need pipe fitters, I need welders, I need people who have vocational skills. Can I help you install a program that would teach these kids these skills so that they would have something when they came when they graduated high school? And here we are 25 years later, and we're still talking about getting a program like that off the ground. How unfair has that been to the kids who've been through the system and now are just languishing?
Well, I think across this country, unfortunately, we have been unfair to the kids who have been underserved by our education system too often, and too often those are kids that are growing up in communities that haven't been afforded a multitude of opportunities. That's wrong, but we have a chance to make it right. I think why corporations are coming to me, and they are coming to me and saying, we want this, it's because they know that if the schools are achieving, then the schools have the capacity to work with them. This is not some joke, some fly-by-night program. This is something they're serious about, where they're saying, if these people are that good at educating these kids, they should be able to be also getting them ready for career and training them and working with us to train them. And that's why business is saying, now is the right time for us to come to you and let's start working together.
I want to ask you about this term that I raised before we went to our last break, and that is, what does the term Office of Portfolio mean, and how is it applied toward improving the school system for parents and students here?
Yeah, I mean, a portfolio is no different from anyone who has a portfolio of shoes or a portfolio of resumes or whatever it is. It's just a set of different things within it, and we are constantly managing what that set is. And what it acknowledges is this: you have to have good schools, we know that. But we also know by the time a kid is 13 or 14 years old, their interests are different. Schools need to respond to that. Their needs are different. Schools need to respond to that. You can't just have a school system. You have to have a system of individual schools. And you'll have some schools that are there for kids who are way over age and need to catch up. You'll have some schools who are there to be very academically selective and to take only kids who are really accelerated in 8th grade. And you'll have some schools that are there to say, we want to train kids for a specific career focus. That's just a portfolio of schools. And so that office and organization is in charge of saying, let's look at what the range of student needs are, and let's make sure our school system is really designed to serve each different student's needs.
All right, you've started a new system. You've put plans and designs in place. So the question now among some is how long will John White be here? So let's talk about John White and his future. Here's what an article in the Times-Picayune said about the recent Bessie board elections. It said, quote, Saturday's elections for seats on the State Board of Education did not immediately resolve the struggle over public schools in Louisiana, but they did leave John White, the top school official in New Orleans and someone who has become a kind of litmus test for where people stand on reform, just a vote shy of becoming the next state superintendent. Are you just a vote shy of becoming the next state superintendent?
Well, it takes someone to ask you to do a job or even to consider doing a job before you're in a position to even begin to think about accepting it or considering it. But you know, the board has obviously experienced some change recently. That obviously means they've got a view on who the next superintendent will be, or a certain say in it. And I'm obviously a part of that state system right now as part of the state education department and the Recovery School District now. So I'm certainly watching it. I'm certainly very honored by a lot of the attention that's been given to me. But my head is down, focused on the schools in New Orleans. And as in any other role, my head would be down, focused on the schools in New Orleans. We've got a lot of momentum here. We're building every single school building new. Our schools are the top improving schools in the state. We've got an enrollment system that's going to come and provide equity for all kids. This is an exciting time to be educating kids in New Orleans.
But like any intelligent human being, you don't walk around with blinders on. If the position should become available and you take it, how would you ensure that there's a continuation of the improvements made here?
Well, we have, first of all, I think the best team in public education at the Recovery School District, at the Orleans Parish School Board as well. We also have a generation of tremendous principals, some veterans, some new principals in the Orleans and Recovery School District systems. And so all that combines to be what I think is a really, really strong leadership team that, working with the state, is ready to continue to take this to the next level. The state can't do it without the districts here. The districts can't do it without great support from the state. It is one team.
This is controversial. Some critics have said that John White is working to make sure that he aligns the board with with people who see reform in the same light as he, and thus has been working behind the scenes to financially assist those board members whom he would like to see elected to the Bessie board. Is that true?
I don't know where that even comes from, or some days I wish I was in a position to financially influence this and that, but I'm certainly not, and I've really tried to make sure that the politics don't interfere with our work day to day with the children. That work is overwhelming in its complexity and its challenges. It's invigorating, and that's what I'm focused on. And I think that all of the Board of Education members with whom I've had the privilege of working over the last several months have the best interests of kids at heart, and I'm sure that's true of the new electees as well. But no, I've had no dealings with the Bessie election.
So you have not worked to assist or aid any of the candidates who are running for office? I
haven't endorsed any of them. I haven't informed any of their agendas, and certainly haven't financially helped any of them.
What's the next big challenge for you on the ground here in the New Orleans area?
Well, there is a question of equity, which we talked about, equal access for enrollment, buildings that truly serve all kids. But then there's this harder question, I think, which is how do you make sure you've got the best possible schools? Our grad rate went up nearly 8 points this year in the Recovery School District. That is like 1,000 kids a year who wouldn't have graduated, who now have graduated. That's fantastic outcomes. However, we had 2 schools that dropped in graduation outcomes. 2 of those schools are below 50%, actually, the 2 that dropped. That's unacceptable, and we have to make big changes in those schools to really reimagine the possibilities in those schools. So making those bold changes is something that needs to come next. And then the question is not just how do we have a school system of schools that are above the state minimum, the state floor, but how do we have schools that are knocking on the door of the top school districts in the state? And I really do think that's achievable in New Orleans. The progress that has happened in this city means that the unimaginable is very much unimaginable here, which is that this could be the top school district in the state very soon. And I'm excited to make that happen, but that is truly the biggest challenge.
All right, John White, RSD Superintendent for the New Orleans schools, public schools. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. That's all the time we have. Again, thanks to my guest, John White. And as always, thanks to you for watching. Now let's head back over to the news.